On June 24th, the ground shook twice in under a minute, and when it stopped, 80% of the buildings in one Venezuelan state were gone. Not damaged, gone. This wasn't just bad luck. It was a building code failure written decades ago, sitting under millions of people, waiting. Here's what happened. At 6:04 in the evening, a magnitude 7.2 earthquake hit the coast near La Guaira, just west of Caracas. 39 seconds later, before anyone could even process what was going on, a second one hit. Magnitude 7.45. Scientists call this an earthquake doublet. It's rare. Two quakes, almost identical, back to back, like the ground got hit twice with the same hammer. By the time the dust settled, the death toll passed 2,000. Over 11,000 people were injured. 13,000 more lost their homes. It's the strongest earthquake to hit Venezuela since 1900. But here's the question nobody's really answering. Why did whole neighborhoods just vanish? Other cities get hit by 7+ quakes and lose a building or two. La Guaira lost 80%. Turns out, it's not one thing. It's three things, stacked on top of each other. First, the ground itself betrayed them. La Guaira sits on soft alluvial soil, basically layers of loose sediment. When the shaking hit, that soil didn't just tremble. It amplified the waves and held onto them longer. Some of it liquefied, turned from solid ground into something closer to wet sand. You cannot build a foundation on soup. Second, the buildings. A huge chunk of La Guaira's concrete went up before the 1970s, before modern seismic reinforcement was standard. No flexible steel skeleton inside. So instead of bending with the shake, the concrete just crumbled, floor onto floor onto floor. And third, and this is the part that should make you angry, the government knew. Back in 2009, an official gazette flagged this exact area as high seismic risk and said it should never be densely populated. That warning got buried. Building codes went unenforced for decades. People kept building, kept moving in, right on top of a warning label nobody read. So when the ground shook twice in under a minute, it wasn't really the earthquake that caused 80% of those buildings to disappear. It was every decision made in the decades before it. The soil nobody tested, the codes nobody enforced, the warning nobody listened to. The quake just collected on a debt that had been building for 50 years.